What's up, comic fans, and it's time for that new comic book day haul plus review. Got some 50 centers. We're gonna get into all of that right after this.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Welcome back. This is the first haul of the new year of January, so let's get into it. Let's not waste any time. Let's crack them out. All right, we're gonna start off with the 50 centers first. Right off the bat, we got America's Got Powers, number 50 by Jonathan Ross and Brian Hitch. So this is basically San Francisco. There's a crystal that lands in San Francisco, and all the pregnant women give birth to kids with powers. The government kind of rounds them up, and then they battle it out, Battle Dome style. Sounds like a good premise. Haven't really read it yet, but yeah, we'll get into it. Most of the reviews I read say that it's meh. 3 out of 5, or 60%. Rotten Tomato score would be like 50. So we'll see. But we'll read it. We'll figure out if we like it. Next up, for 50 cents. Now remember this, guys. It's 84 pages of Batman goodness. All right. Dark Knight Returns: The Last Crusade, and this is a prequel. This is before The Dark Knight Returns. A lot of stuff happens in this book. Good reviews overall. Brian Azzarello and Frank Miller kind of headlined this. Again, 50 cents for 84 pages of Dark Knight action. Yeah, like I said, prequel to The Dark Knight Returns. A lot of stuff. Again, you got the Joker in here. People are questioning. This is right before Batman retires too. People are questioning if hey, Batman and Robin is good. If all that violence is good. A lot of stuff. Worth a read. Most likely. It's probably better than The Dark Knight Returns. Alright. Next up, we got Jupiter's Legacy Requiem number 1. If you don't remember, this was a Netflix show, I believe early last year, so early 2022. This came out. Mark Miller didn't make it past season 1. I personally didn't hate the show. I thought it had some legs. I liked it. But got canceled. This is the silver edition, so this is the 1 in 10. So I bought a 1 in 10 ratio, 50 cents. Is it worth anything? Probably not. But $5.99 cover. Ooh. Well, now it's worth less. Nah, it's fine. If I sell it for cover price, still make a profit. Boom. Alright, next up we got Avengers of the Wasteland number 2. Alright, this kind of spawned out of the I don't know, when Dr. Doom had his white suit. If you guys remember, hit me up on this. Anyway, this is the first appearance of this world's Captain America. There's a cameo in issue 1. So, the Avengers of the Wasteland. And I believe his name is Grant, the Captain America of this world. And you can see there's Thor, Hulk, and Ant. I forget if it was Ant-Man or a Wasp. I don't remember. Anyway, 50 cents on that book. Last but not least, we have Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Alexandria. I don't know why I didn't say it right the first time. Ocasio-Cortez and the Freshman Force, number 1. This is the SWAT special. This came out. There was one where Alexandria Ocasio was made up to look like Wonder Woman. I was trying to make sure I had the right superhero in my head. And DC filed a cease and desist. They only made like 250 copies of that. Apparently those books go for big money, 9.8s. People are selling them for over $1,000. Okay. But yeah, this comic, I didn't check last sold data or anything, but I did follow a link that led me to eBay, and somebody had this book priced like $30.99. Okay. I did flip through it. There are a couple of stories in here. It's 48 pages, I believe. Yeah, 48 comic book anthology. So there's a couple of stories in here. And yeah, they're all pretty much about AOC, is also what she's referred to, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and a lot of other Democratic people. Politics, we're going to try to stay away from the politics. No politics here. But there's some family stories. There's some superhero stories where they turn this team into superheroes. And this fictional, obviously a lot of fictional story, a lot of fiction in here. Maybe some autobiographical material. I'm not sure. I didn't really read it. But I saw that it was a $30 book and I got it for 50 cents. Anyway, those are my 50-cent pickups for the week. Now let's get into this week's new comics. We have Marauders number 10. Didn't read it, but it's a sweet peach momoko cover. Psylocke there, so that's why we got it. I didn't want to just throw it to the side without explaining that. Next up, we got Star Wars The High Republic number 2. This is the first cover appearance of the Twinkle sisters. So those are of the female persuasion. They're sisters. So they're bouncers at a bar in this comic. Basically, you got Vil Darmak, the Jedi who visits this planet to handle some business. I don't want to give away the whole storyline since this is only issue 2. Issue 3 actually came out last week. But I had issues 1 and 3. I'm subscribed to it, but I didn't have issue 2, so I got issue 2, and I went with the first cover appearance again of the Twinkle sisters. But yeah, there's a character Trey Sirik, who kind of tricks him into making him think he's like an evil one who can like stop your heart and kill you on command or whatever. But it was really just like a potion that he used. Anyway, good. It's funny. It's good. Vil Darmak is a little bit of a hothead of a Jedi, so he's different than your normal calm Jedi. He's very reactive and responsive instead of just waiting and watching. So we'll see. I gotta read issue 3. Maybe we'll keep on with it. But I am subscribed to that. Next up, we got Spider-Man number 4. I was misinformed about this book. I thought it was a 5-issue series. Turns out the first arc is 7 issues. This is issue number 4, so now I'm more than halfway through the first arc. I thought because I had bought 3 issues, and I'm not totally in love with this book. But I thought because I bought 3 issues, if it was 5 issues, I just eat it on the last 2. But now it's 7 issues. But now I'm on issue 4, so I'm still more than halfway through. It's Dan Slott. I like Dan Slott. Mark Bagley art. That's cool. I'm not in love with this cover, and this is Delgado and Mark Bagley. And you figure when you get those 2 guys together, you get something better than this? I don't know. Let me know if I'm being too picky, but not my favorite cover. But what you do have in here is they have Peter Parker, the Spider-Man, the chosen one for them. He gets stabbed and basically disappears. I forget the name of the dagger. There's a dagger that removes you from the web of life. Anyway, Peter's gone. They find an alternative in the universe they're hanging out in. His name's Peter Palmer. Peter Palmer was the name of the Spider-Man in ASM number 1 because Stan Lee mistakenly wrote his name as Peter Palmer and not Peter Parker. And I guess editorial didn't catch it. Maybe just Stan Lee was editorial, so who knows. But yeah, so mistaken Peter Parker, Peter Palmer, ASM 1. Anyway, that guy, he's not the best. He's asking how much he's going to get paid and etc. because he's a movie star or whatever. Anyway, at the very end of this, we are introduced to another Peter Parker who works for Oscorp. We'll see what universe that's in. Overall, I don't know. If I had to rate it out of 5, 3 out of 5, 2.5 out of 5. Yeah. We'll see how much longer I stay with this book. But what is cool is you do have a lot of different Spider-Men in this book. So if you're looking for a collection of spider people, this is a decent book, especially some of the underutilized spider people as of recent. So you got Aranya in there, Silk, Madam Web. So, you know, there's some good characters in there. All right, Star Wars, number 30. There was a first appearance in here of some people who were stuck in what's called no space. Thought there was a smudge of ink on my book, but it's actually something on the plastic. Okay, on the back. Anyway, let's get back into the book. So Leia she needs fuel to keep the rebellion going. They figured out a place where there could be some fuel, but they needed Nihil technology, which is like a defunct space bandit, space gang, if you will. Anyway, they use this engine. I forget the name of the engine. It's the Path engine. And the Path engine is supposed to, lead them to where the place is. Ends up taking them to this place called No Space. Hyperdrive doesn't work there. They can't, use their navigating systems, all that and other stuff. So they're kind of stuck here. They get attacked by some like old school droids. They get saved by this group of people, and the group of people are like, hey, welcome to No Space. And they're like, how do we get home? They're like, well, this is your home. There's no way to escape it. For like 2 centuries, we've been stuck here. There's no way out. So that's where Leia and Hans, there's no Hans here. Leia, Chewbacca, and the rest of the gang. So anyway, who else is there? Lando. I haven't said Luke. Obviously Luke is there. He's on the cover. And I forget the name of this commander. But anyway, and I keep forgetting her name. And she's been in the book for the last 4 or 5 issues. Just with me reading it. She's probably been in the book longer than that. Anyway, if you know her name, put it in the comments. I think it's something with a K. Probably totally wrong. Anyway, Batman, switching gears. DC, Batman 131. We find out what happened to Batman after Failsafe shoots him. I think we all assumed he wasn't dead. Turns out that Failsafe sent him to another world where there is no Batman. Bruce Wayne's dead. There's no Batman. And I won't tell you all the changes there, but we're introduced to a new Harvey. So there's a new Harvey Dent. Batman, it appears, or Bruce, it appears is seeing things. So he has a friend, basically a version of Jim Gordon. And I think there's also a Catwoman, and there's a Red Mask. So interesting book. So, and I believe that's the version of Two-Face, and that's the version of give it away too much. Actually, I won't tell you. Read the book, find out who this Skullhead person is. All right, and neither one of those are the Red Mask. All right, we're at the Image, so we're at the Indies now. We've got Spawn, number 337. Yep, that's right. I still read Spawn. It's only $2.99. What a discount! I'm saving myself $1 every week, or am I just dropping $3 every week? The writing hasn't been horrible. It's been pretty good. The story has made sense, and it keeps progressing forward. Right? You get some awesome Spawn artwork. I'm never really saddened or disappointed at Spawn artwork. So I think they do a good job of making sure the artwork and the books are good. The covers are usually pretty good. But anyway, Spawn has been betrayed, right? He's closed off the dead zones. He's closed off the dead zones, and I think there's 13 of them, maybe 14. Anyway, it basically prevents transport between heaven, hell, and earth. A lot of people are upset by that, obviously, Heaven and hell are having their battle on earth, trying to, do damage and bad things, and Spawn's like, well, now you're either trapped here, or you're trapped up there, or you're trapped down there, but you can't really transport between all three anymore. Anyway, Nyx, who was a character who died early in the book, probably, I don't know, issue 300 or something like that, has returned, and she wants to reopen the dead zones because it is causing a lot of commotion, and it may be actually intensifying what is going on. Make a long story short, Spawn doesn't like his plans being, put to the test, so to speak, and we find out that he actually had a plan in place. So the plan's kind of in motion. What ends up happening is half the dead zones are opened, half the dead zones are left closed. Whatever. Spawn. Decent book. I probably like it better than Spider-Man number 4. I'm looking at my notes here where I kind of have ratings. And yeah, I definitely liked it better. Oh, and before I forget, there's a reference in this book. Spawn references the Black Beast, which is a callback to the Batman Spawn book that just came out, where they call Batman the Black Beast. So I thought that was pretty cool. All right. Next up, we got Gangsta Ass Barista. And originally I just picked up this book because of the title. It ends up being one of my favorite books of the week. It's a really cool story. You have Trinity, who's this criminal, right? She suffers a traumatic event as a kid, witnesses her parents get murdered, and goes through the rough times that somebody in that situation might. Anyway, she's trying to reform herself. She's now a barista, ends up working at a coffee shop. She is very rough around the edges. Like the character, you kind of got this anti-hero vibe going on, right? That's totally what this is going to be about, is an anti-hero. Anyway, commotion, scuffle happens in the shop. This bag is dropped. What's in the bag? A ton of money. She takes the money home. Doesn't really plan on spending it. Just, I don't know why she took it, but she did. Anyway, obviously the people who want the money are going to come looking for it, which kind of happens. Looks like it's the mob that, wants the money, or some kind of gang. And then we also have her past coming back up, and she was part of a biker gang, and one of her co-workers gets beat up by this biker gang, which she thought she left behind. So now she realizes towards the end of the book that you've got this biker gang coming for her, and these mobsters coming for their money. So, Gangster Ass Barista by Pat Shan. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It's not in color. It's black and white, but I didn't mind that. It worked out really well for me. Loved reading it. So check out Gangster Ass Barista. It's my pick of the week. Anyway, I just wanted to keep saying Gangster Ass Barista. Anyway, comic fans, that is my comic haul review, 50-cent books. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and throw me a thumbs up, give me that like, and comment down below if you enjoyed the content. If you didn't, do what you're gonna do. Which reminds me, comic fans, do what you do, because I'm gonna do what I do. I'm gonna get ready for next week's books. Peace.